Namaskar Gurukulians, class 11th, chapter presentation of data. We have completed our 4 chapters. Collection of data we completed by census method, by sample method, primary data, secondary data we have completed. After that we completed organization of data. After organize that data in a form, which form? In series. How will you show this data in a presenting way? How can you present this data? So that is the topic, presentation of data. Today we shall start textual and tabular presentation. Textual and tabular presentation. I am telling you about the textual presentation and tabular presentation. When data is present in the form of text, like a textbook, you will find the data, that is known as textual data. When data is given in the form of text, that is known as textual presentation of data. And when that data you will show in the tabular presentation. Tabular presentation means in the form of row and column. What is row and what is column? That I will tell you after textual presentation. So textual presentation means the data you can present in the form of text. Text means the complete text is given to you like a theoretical way, that is known as textual presentation. तो where it is suitable, ये textual presentation कहाँ suitable रहती है? Where quantity of data is not very large, जहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा data जो है वो नहीं है, that you can show in textual presentation. It means no more pages are required to write about these. Secondly, example, I am saying the price of gold is 50% increasing, but in textual presentation you will write the price of gold is what? Skyrocketing. Skyrocketing means आसमान छू रहे हैं, बढ़ रहे हैं. The same data you will show in quantitative form, you will show in tabular presentation. If you are giving a main word to it, it means you are showing that data in a qualitative way, that is known as textual presentation. And third, it takes qualitative observation. I already told you about qualitative observation. And what is the drawback of its data? जहाँ पर जिसके बेनिफिट्स होते हैं वहाँ पर उसके ड्रॉबैक्स भी होते हैं, कुछ कमियाँ भी पाई जाती हैं. फर्स्ट, वन हैज़ टू गो थ्रू द डेटा entire text. If you want to find the conclusion of this, what you have to do? You have to go through complete. आपको उस डेटा को complete जो है वो पढ़ना पड़ेगा. After that you will make conclusion. It doesn't give you the glance. Glance means a mere of glance. एक झलक में आंसर देना. For example, if any data is given to you in a tabular form, or you have to given the comprehension type and you have to find the answers, you will find it easily. 200, 300, 500, that is, you can find easily. If comprehension is given in English exam, it is very difficult to find the answers because it is a textual presentation. Text is given, you have to find the answer. If you have to find the meaning of this and you have to find the opposite of this, you have to find the synonyms and antonyms. What you have to do? You have to go through the entire text. That is known as textual presentation, or it will be the discomfort for the reader. Sometimes it is very difficult for the reader to read it completely, go it thoroughly. So I told you about the textual presentation. If you want to make the conclusion from the textual presentation, you have to go through the entire text. And secondly, it doesn't give you a glance conclusion. Glance information it will not give you. You cannot find the result easily. Firstly, you have to go through the entire text. For example, in a strike call given by the trade union of school shoemaking industry in the city of Delhi, 50% of workers reported for the duty and only 2 out of 20 industries in the city are totally closed. What is this? This is any information which is given to you not in any table form, in textual form it is given. In a textual form it is given. I am giving you one more example of today's time. In coronavirus, so many information is given by the channels about this. This will open at 8 to 5, this will open at 9 to 12, this will open at this time. It means they are giving you the textual information because they will go through the entire text and they will make for their own use. Second is tabular presentation. What do you mean by tabular presentation? When you have to show the data in the form of which? Column and row, that is known as tabular presentation. Firstly, I will make one table before you, then I will tell you everything about. Firstly, I am making one table before you and after that I will tell you the component of a table. Like this. Firstly, what you have to write? Firstly, you need table, number, then title. Table, number. Suppose it is 1. Then title. Title which you are writing, that should be written in bold letters and give you the complete information. And table number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But the title must be written in the bold letters, that will be clear, simple and short. That will give you the complete information. Next is head note. As the name suggests, head note, that is given at the head, that is known as head note. If the title of the table doesn't give complete information, it is supplemented with the head note. Head note completes the information in the title of the table. It means head note will complete the information of the title. If title is not giving the complete information, who will help? The head note will help to understand it. For example, units like lakh, tons, that will be given in head note. Next is stubs. Stubs and caption. Stub head I am telling you and caption. What do you mean by stub and caption? Stub are title of the row of the table. Row is here, column is here. What you have to do? जब row को heading दिया जाता है, that is known as stubs. And which heading is given to which column, that is known as caption. Body or table in which we will write entire data. Then बाकी जो बचा हुआ data है, that we will write, that is known as what? Body, or that is known as body or field. Then footnote, footnote you will give, that is given over there at last, that is footnote. If you want to give something, you want to write something, it means you will write in footnote. Next, source, from where you have taken this data, from where you have taken this data. आपने ये data जो है वो कहाँ से लिया है, that is known as footnote. Now I am telling you column heading or caption with stub head. This is column heading or caption with stub head. Stub head I told you, and this is column. This is column, and row heading or stub entries. You will write over there row heading or stub entries. It is a body where you will, what you will do? What you will do? You will write over there. What you will write? This is a body or field and called, these are the cell. I'm going to tell you about rest of, this is known as body or table. I told you about. You will keep it in your mind. Firstly, table number. Second, title, that will given in bold letters, should be clear and simple. If it doesn't give you the complete information, you will write the head note, that will be in units like lakhs, tons, etc. Then stub, caption. I told you row and column is here. If you are giving heading to row, that is known as stub. If you are giving what? Heading to column, that is known as caption. Body or field in which you will put the entire data. Footnote at the end you will give. It means foot. At the foot you will give, that is known as footnote. And source, from where you have taken this data, that is known as source. I am writing one table on the board, and after that I will tell you about this table, and we will describe over there what is stub here, what is table number here, and what is it. I am making one table. I am writing over there production of food grains in India. Production of food grains in India 2018-19. What is this? You have to recognize. I will not tell you total in lakh, ton and percentage. Total in lakh, tons and percentage. After that, I am making like this, and what you have to do? You have to recognize it. Food grains, I am taking rice, wheat and others. Food grains, I am taking rice, wheat and others. After that, I am taking over there production, total quantity, production, here is total quantity. Here you can take any data which you want to do, which you want to write, you can take any data. And that side I am taking percentage of total food grains. Percentage of total food grains. Footnote is given and source is given. Footnote is given like in others means all of the food grain, or source means economic survey 2018-19. Economic survey, which year is given to you. And here footnote, others is given. What do you mean by others? The rest of the parts, rest of the food grains which is left, that will come in others. Other means rest of food grains like pulse, like etc. others. So we shall describe it. Firstly, I am asking from you table number, not given but table number, that is 1. Title, title is production of food grains in India. Head note, what is head note? Total in lakh tons. Stub head, that is food grain. Row heading, wheat, rice and others. Column heading, production, this is column heading. Total quantity and percentage of food grains along with production. And body and field, this is known as body and field. This is known as footnote, this is known as source. I am telling you again, first part is heading. Table number, if number is given, this is heading. This is head note. This is food grain, rice, wheat, other. What is this? Food grain means stub head, and rice, wheat, other, that is row headings. Production, this one, production, total quantity, percentage of food grains, that is known as column headings. After that, this is entire body or field where you will write the rest of the matters. Footnote means food grains that is not included over there, rest of the food grains will come. And source means economic survey for which it has been taken. Guidelines to construct a table. You are making tables, but there will be the suitable guidelines for you. First, table should be ideal size. Note big, not small. That will give you the complete information. Okay, it doesn't mean ki column is more, row is less. Should be the ideal size. Then footnote will be given if it requires. Footnote, if it requires, you have to given. Size of the column will be uniform and symmetry. The table will be simple, economical, attractive. Stubs, if rows are very long, stub may be given at the right hand side of the table also. Comparison, table will make like a way its comparison will be possible. Special emphasizes, if anything is very important for this table, you have to give the special emphasis on that. Moreover, such items should be presented in a bold letters. Like some items in the table need special emphasis that should be placed in the head row or head column. कहते हैं ना क्लास में, which is very important person, उसे head बना दिया जाए. That is very important that you will write at the head row or head column. Units you will use as you need, 100, thousands, which you require you will take. Abbreviation is required. If you are writing over there anything like MP, you are writing suppose. So you will write over there at the below that MP means monetary policy. So you will write over there. Okay. This is the main guidelines to construct a table. Component of table is very important. I am telling you again the component: table number, then title, then heading, then caption, then stubs, body or field, and footnote along with source. Now your topic is kinds of table. Kinds of table. This is a very important topic. Kinds of table. First is according to purpose. According to purpose. Second, according to originality, and third one is according to construction. According to originality, and next one is according to construction. So we shall discuss about these kinds of table according to purpose. क्या purpose है? For journal purpose you need or special purpose you need. If you want to use that table in a journal way, you will take like census report. But if you need in a special way, then this is known as the summary tables. You have to prepare by keeping some specific points in your mind. Original table, originality. Two tables are there according to originality. Original table from which your data are collected right in a same way. And second, derived table. Derive means you have to derivate them. Derivate means you have to find firstly percentage of these tables. Then you will write over there. This is known as derived table. According to construction, simple table, complex table. In complex table, what three types of table are there? Double or two-way table, treble table and manifold table. So firstly we shall discuss tables according to purpose. First is general purpose table. First is general purpose table. Second is special purpose table. General purpose table, it is just as a data bank. This is known as reference table also. In such tables, what you will do? This is generally used, it does not serve any specific purpose or specific problems under consideration. Like researchers for their various studies, जो researchers वगैरह use करते हैं. Research means they are doing research, they are working for their own. Next is special purpose table. Special purpose table, these are known as summary tables. These are not for journal use, these are specifically made by the person for their specific work or keep the specific steps in their mind, because that table you will use as a specific work. Second is original table and derived table. Original table, that is original table and derived table. Original table means you have taken that data, the same data you will put it in that table, and derived table you will not take the same data. Firstly you will find it ratio or percentage, then you will show in that table. Table according to construction. Two types of table are there according to construction. One is simple table. Second is complex table. This complex table is further divided into three parts: double or two-way table, then treble table, then manifold table. That is divided into three parts: double, treble and manifold. Double, treble and manifold. By taking some examples, I am going to clear you that three tables. First is simple table, second is double table, and third is complex table, part double table, treble table and manifold table. If I am writing the number of student in Gurukul, number of student in Gurukul. This is the heading given by me. After that, I am taking some classes. I am taking 9th. यहाँ पे number of students I am taking 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. I am taking 500, then 100, then 200, then 300. It means total I am taking 3 to 5, 1, 6 and 5, 11 total. So what is this? This is a simple table or one way table. Only one part I have taken. Okay. If I am dividing it in a two parts, then this table will known as double way table. For example, this Gurukul is divided into two parts, that is number of boys and number of girls. So that means it is divided into two parts. Data which you want to do, which you want to write, you will write according to you. The number of student in a Gurukul, that you will write according to the sex ratio, that is male and female. Okay beta. Next is I am taking treble table. What I am taking? I am taking treble table. It means the same heading I will take, but I will convert it into three parts, like number of students in a college, number of students in a college. After that, what you want to write, you can write. Then I am making this table, boys, girls. Then I am taking rural, urban, after that total, or here I am taking class, 9th, BA first year, BA second year, BA final. Okay, rural, urban, total. Then again rural, urban and total. After that I will take total, because boys and girls are given, we have to do the total also, that is total. It means what? Total of this rural and this rural, total of urban and urban, and what is total. What do you mean by R here? R means rural. R means rural. U means urban. Rural area means they live in the villages. Urban area means they live in the cities. But what is the most important term and must you have to write, that is the total. Like this, you will write over there. Okay, the total you will write over there also. That should be match. This table is known as treble table. What you will do? Now you will make one more part from this. Boys divided into rural and urban. You will further divide one more. Okay. What you have to do? How will you divide? You will further divide. You will further divide in more, and what you will write? Rural, urban, in which you will write married or unmarried. Married or unmarried. So this is divided into other parts, but total you will remove from here. Total you will not write over there. That is boys, rural, urban. From this you are getting married or unmarried. Then same, married, unmarried. You will remove total from here. It means many fold you make. First fold, next fold and next fold. That is known as manifold. Here also rural, urban, further divided, married, unmarried, married, unmarried. The next total you will write over there. We will write only the one total. No need to write over there this, because that will give you the complete information. That is known as what? Manifold table. But total you will write over there and this one also. That will be matched. Then your table is accurate table. These are the kinds of the table. Next is classification of data and tabular presentation. That topic you have already discussed. That is classification of data. Data is classified on 4 bases. That is qualitative classification, quantitative classification, temporal classification and spatial classification. Classification of data. I already told you, you have discussed in chapter 4. Classification of data with tabular presentation. Classification of data is present first in quantitative classification. Second is qualitative. Classification. What do you mean by quantitative and what do you mean by qualitative? Quantity means numbers are there. In quality means quality is there. Okay. So numbers, we will take example when data are classified on the basis of quantitative characteristics. What is the quantitative characteristics? For example, marks obtained by the students of class 12 in Gurukul. Okay. Marks obtained by students, marks obtained by students in class 12th by Gurukulians. So I am making this table. So I am going to start at where, but I will take one side marks and one side number of students. Here marks and here number of students. For example, I am taking who score 50 to 60% marks. These number of students are 4. Who score 60 to 70% marks. These are 18. 70 to 80% marks. These are 25. So this is the classification which is based on the quantity. That is known as quantitative classification. Or second, I am making table before you when data are classified on the basis of quality or attributes like unemployment in Punjab by sex and location. So we will write over there and you will write the data on the behalf of male and female. So I am writing unemployment in Punjab, unemployment in Punjab. कहाँ पर है अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट? पंजाब में बात हो रही है. बाय सेक्स एंड लोकेशन पर्सन. But you will write over there. You will write here the sex, that is male and female. After that, this means data is classified on the basis of what? Qualitative. I am writing over there location. Location means rural or urban. and total we will write over there. This classification is known as qualitative classification because it is based on the quality. Next is temporal classification. What is temporal? And last is spatial classification. Temporal is also known as chronological classification. Temporal classification and spatial classification. Where data is based on time, that is known as temporal classification of data. With everyone you have to write tabular presentation, temporal classification and tabular presentation. Okay, spatial classification and tabular presentation, because this topic is combined with that classification. Temporal classification, for example, अपना ही example ले लेते हैं. For example, I score in class 8th. What classes? Percent of marks. I score in class 8th in year. Which year? Suppose 2009 I am taking. Suppose we take marks. What? We take 90% marks. Then 2010 in class 9th I score 95% marks. 2011 in class 10th score 96% marks. So what is this? Temporal classification, when data is classified according to time. Next is and last is spatial classification or geographical classification, that is based on the location. So you will write spatial classification. Spatial classification, this is the last classification, and tabular presentation, in which I can say this is according to location or according to geography. For example, number of students came for study in USA. USA में study के लिए number of students आए थे. कहाँ से? Countries के name. I am writing the name of the countries like Japan. How many students came from Japan? Russia, then UAE, etc. So number of students I am writing over there. That is known as what is? Spatial classification. According to geography, it is classified. So in spatial classification, place, location becomes the classified variables. It may be a village, a town, a district, a state or country as a whole. Next is I am telling you merits of a tabular presentation. Merits, this will be simple and brief presentation. The table should be simple and brief. Brief means long will write in small, that is known as brief. The table will make in such a way that its further comparison will be possible with others' data. Easy analysis, table will make in such a way that everyone can analyze it easily and give you that table will give you the meaningful results. Highlight characteristics of the data. This is also tabulation highlights characteristics of the data. And economical. Economical, it means it saves time as well as space. Thank you beta. I hope you can understand these concepts from this video lecture, and I am sending you the PDF of this chapter. You will write its short summary in your notebook, and in next video I will bring the miscellaneous illustration and how to make the table with the given statement. Till then you will try for these. Thank you beta. Thank you so much.